wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I drove, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean.
Merle has asked that I begin this presentation with a little historical sketch of heritage festivals, and as Merle dictates, so I do. So we'll begin. I feel a little bit like Alfred Hitchcock sitting here welcoming you to the show. Good evening. Heritage Festivals was born on December 15th, 1980. Merle and I had finished negotiations with former employers at the Foreign Study League to open a division of their company here in Salt Lake City. So on that date, Merle and I, along with 3 others who had expressed interest to join us in this venture, began the operation of what was to become Heritage Festivals, known at the time as Heritage Education and Festivals, with subject matters being presented to young people in about 8 different subject areas, one of which was music. Those others joining us were Jared Nelson, Annette Martin, and one J. Harvey Martin III. Little did we know what a part he would play in the development of Heritage Festivals over the years. We began at 302 West, 5400 South, in one room with a folded church table and a manual typewriter that weighed at least 150 pounds that Merle provided for this brand new venture. We proceeded ahead through the next couple of years, building a business based mainly on custom music tours, and with some urging from Harvey, decided to try this new idea of an adjudicated music festival. He had had some experience with that in his previous company and brought those ideas to us. We embraced them, and what is now kind of the 300-pound gorilla Heritage Festival started as an anemic little baby. Our first year was a good one. We had some excitement, especially when our office was ransacked by members of Harvey's previous company, but we were able to have materials returned to us, and that's another kind of long story. We proceeded ahead under the direction of our parent company, Heritage International, Heritage American International Education and Training. And we became a part of that organization. On July 1st, 1983, I received a call from our direct superior who asked me to come to their office in San Francisco for a very important meeting. And the topic of this meeting was the bankruptcy of the parent company and the impending dissolution of that company. The folks there told us that if we felt we could keep the Utah entity afloat, that we had their blessing to do it. Merle had an old friend who was an accountant and had a lot of expertise in analyzing financial statements. We invited him to come take a look at our books and see if this was a venture that he felt would be something that would be maintainable. That was Steve Sorensen. He decided that yes, advised us that this was a company that was of value, and ultimately decided to join us first on a part-time basis and then on a full-time basis. When the announcement was made that the parent company was going bankrupt, some of our employees began a thought process that ultimately led them to leave the company and to form a competing organization, which they did more or less on the 1st of January in 1984. At that point, we lost about 3/4 of our sales staff. Fortunately, that wonderful guy, J. Harvey Martin III, decided that he would cast his lot with us and stayed with Heritage Festivals. Concurrently with that happening, we did our first bowl game event, and ultimately a bowl game division was formed. The festival product was continuing to grow at that time, but at a very slow pace. We proceeded through the mid-80s, growing and stepping back and growing, just kind of alternate years up and down. Harvey introduced us to a name that would ultimately be the name of that we would never hire again, that name of Jim. We had several Jims that made their ways in and out of our doors during that time that we don't like to think about much, except when we have great stories to tell. We continued, well, actually, one other thing that I left out, concurrently with Steve joining the company, we decided that we would open a small travel agency as well, which became America's Travel Center. Although the travel bug, I think, was really the proper name. It fell by the wayside. Anyway, we continued to slowly grow through the remainder of the 80s and moved into the decade of the 90s. It was at that time, as we had some staff changes as well, that we decided to make a philosophical change in our approach to what we were doing. We decided that if we focused totally on the product we were presenting to music directors throughout the country, everything else would fall into place. At that point, our byline was Heritage Festivals, the director's choice, later to become Heritage Festivals, your partner in music education, which remains our slogan up to the very present time. When we made the choice to focus on the product, to make our music festivals absolutely the best in the industry, we began a decade really of unprecedented growth, where we went from a few thousand students up to the point where we were having more than 50,000 students participate in Heritage Festivals. The company became successful enough that in 1999 we were approached by another company in the student educational travel industry who desired us to become part of their organization. At the time, this company was known as Lakeland Tours. After several months of consideration and negotiation, we decided to become part of that family of companies, which ultimately became known as World Strides. One of the very positive things that happened during the change from Lakeland Travel to World Strides was that their research determined that Heritage Festivals and Bowl Games of America were well enough known names, in fact better known than their own name of Lakeland Tours, that when the change was made to World Strides, we were left to use Heritage and Bowl Games as our trade names, which was a very positive thing. We have proceeded now through more than 5.5 years of being part of the World Strides family. There have been some changes in our staff, one of which was the retirement because of health conditions of that J. Harvey Martin III, who we miss very much and would like to pay tribute now to Harvey with some vignettes from the staff and experiences that none of us will ever forget.
Hey Harvey, happy retirement. We were asked to kind of put together some memories, and I have so many great memories. I don't know where to start, but the memory that I wanted to throw out there first and foremost was a certain weekend that we were in Las Vegas and just got laughing so hard that we went flying through the intersection there and ran the red light, you, me, and Shelley, and then we pulled over recognizing that we could have died, and then that made us laugh even more. That's how totally silly and out of control we were. Anyway, it's been a great run, and getting to know you and working with you has been the professional highlight of my life, and I feel very much overwhelmed to even try to carry on what you've started here, and just wish you all the very best. Hope you have a wonderful retirement, and hope that you'll want to stay in touch, and to ensure that you do, I've prepared this $75 coupon. It's made out to J. Harvey Martin for the festival of your choice. $75 off to come to any festival you'd ever like to attend, ever. Expiration date, never. Never. Anyway, we love you. It's been a joy and a pleasure to work with you. Thanks for giving me a shot here, and wish you all the very best. Thanks, Harv. Take care.
Hey, Harvey. We're supposed to come up with a story, some Harvey stories. The problem is, you have all the stories. Like my favorite is your trip to the nudist colony. One of my favorite stories. So, if there's nobody at the party that's heard that story, if there's somebody at the party that hasn't heard that story, you may want to regale them with your nudist colony story, because it's one of my favorites. We really miss you around here. Paul wanted me to tell you how much he misses you at the Christmas party. Other than there's no one there to monitor the desserts, other than that, we miss you a lot. So, wish you and your family well in Ohio, and good luck. Love ya. Bye.
Hey Harvey, hope things are going well for you in your retirement. I'm sure that they are, and I've heard things are getting better for you, so that's good to hear. They asked us to tell a little story, and you know, I was waiting to do my story here, and then found that Kyle did the. Apparently, Kyle had the same experience with you that I did in Anaheim when you blew the light at 40 miles an hour. So apparently that's a common thing. But at any rate, that was the first thing that came to mind with stories of Harvey. But I just want you to know it was a great experience working with you. I appreciate you taking the chance on hiring some cop to come and do festival work, and I'm not sure what you were thinking when you made that decision, but I appreciate you taking a shot to take a chance on me, and it's been wonderful. I've really enjoyed it here, and all that is due to you, and to pat you on the back for all that you did to make Heritage Festivals work and to get started, and to build the empire that you did. I'm very impressed with what you've done. So have a great retirement for the rest of whatever you do. I'm sure you'll always land on your feet, and thank you again.
One of my favorite Harvey experiences took place in the mid-'80s when we were in the building at 302 West. We had a travel agency that was operating with full-time staff, but we also had some part-time staff salespeople, a couple of nice ladies who did a fairly good job. They would come in the office once in a while to report how things were going, pick up checks, this kind of things. One of them was quite an attractive lady, and Harvey made from time to time comments about how attractive this lady was. I know that'll be a surprise to everyone, but he did notice those things from time to time. Merle had an office at the time with a door that, unless it was slammed shut, would just slowly open after one pushed it shut. That particular day, the two ladies were in there, and I was in Merle's office. Harvey came in as well, shut the door very carefully so as not to make too much noise, and then proceeded to say, "Man, that lady really is attractive," not knowing that the door was slowly opening. And he went to lean against the door and he says, "But she has huge thighs," and proceeded to fall out of the office into the travel agency area. We never did know whether she heard what he said or not, but the rest of us had a field day laughing about that particular event.
Okay. Okay, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't put your nose up there. That's horrible. Everyone's going to see that one.
Oh, I don't really care.
Okay, you're recording. You've been recording the whole time.
Oh, is the camera on? Oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
Well,
Hi,
you'll just
Harvey.
Take a snippet of this, right?
You know, I don't know where to start with you because I have so many memories. I have memories 21 years ago when I walked in here with that cute little blue outfit on with those gorgeous boots that you remember with the gold up the side, and you kept smiling at me and walking by and smiling at me and walking by and smiling at me, and lo and behold, I got hired right after that.
Yeah, I
Let's
didn't know
see.
about that.
Oh, whoops.
And I remember the time, Harvey, when I came into your office and you told me you didn't know why I worked here and that I should probably just quit. That's a fond memory I have.
You said that to me.
Harvey, we love you and we miss you, and you know that already.
This is my partner in Sonny and Cher. It's my partner in Ike and Tina. It's my partner in crime. It's my partner in dance. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a part of that.
I can't do the step aerobics. I'm not that coordinated. Miss you, Harv. We love you. It's just not the same without you. You'll have to stay in touch because you're a part of our lives. So stay cool, take care, stay healthy, and we love you. Bye.
Hey Harvey, it's Linnell. I couldn't let this opportunity go without saying goodbye. It's been very strange without you here at Heritage. All the years that you were here, my gosh, all the years that I worked with you, it's just seemed very strange to have Heritage without Harvey. So you've been very missed, and gosh, there's just so many experiences that we've had together with people, with Michelle and Mark and all the different experiences. First of all, I just want to say thank you for encouraging me to always sell more. It was never good enough, which is good because it kept pushing me to higher heights, and just tell you how much I appreciated that. And working here, we missed you, and I'm so thrilled that your hearing is back and that you're doing better, and wish you and Annette all the best. So take care, Harvey. We wish you the best. See you. Bye.
Hi, Harvey. Congratulations on the move to Ohio, to the Cleveland area. There are a couple things that I will probably always associate with you. First of all, when I guess any differences that we had, anytime that we had a scrape, I always respected you so much because you were always defending your people, and I always had a tremendous amount of respect for that and appreciated that, and I liked that sort of leadership. And the other thing is, I guess, the layers to your personality. I remember coming back from China. I went to China several years ago, and saying that, oh wow, it was kind of a mind-blowing experience, and there's this book called the I Ching, and you're like, I think that's called the Ching-I. And I was like, and people stopped me on the street and said, you have such great feng shui, and you actually knew the pronunciations of things that I thought, I just didn't know anybody who knew anything about that. And so the depth of character and the many layers to your personality, I've always appreciated as well. So thank you, and thank you for loaning me your son for the movie, and I'll always have a tremendous amount of respect for you. So thank you, Harvey.
Well, what do I say to J. Harvey Martin III after 10 years of history? You and I go back a long ways, Harvey, and I have no idea what to say. I've thought and thought about all the fun times that we've had, and so the only thing I can think of mostly are the good times that we had, all of the great restaurants you introduced us to. We went to some really classy places, and you were always a classy guy. And I always remember what good taste you have, and in fact, I remember that you can even recall the tie that I wore, which I didn't even remember, 10 years ago when I interviewed for this position. So I appreciate my job. I love working for Heritage, and so I owe that to you. And we just have a lot of great memories going back for 10 years. So I appreciate all you've done for Heritage Festivals and creating a place for all of us terrific people to work together. And we appreciate you. So good luck in your retirement. I can't imagine that you won't be around for us to talk to. You'll be as far away as Florida and Cleveland. So good luck in your retirement and all that you do in the future. We'll miss you. Take care, Harvey. Bye-bye.
What can I say, Harvey Martin III? We definitely miss you in this office. Wish we could see you more regularly, and really enjoyed working with you. So best of luck in all your new adventures. Thank you.
Hi, Harvey. Hey, we hope everything's going well on your retirement. We really miss you around here. We miss all your great stories and funny jokes, and we're all into iPods here now, so we wish you were here sharing all your good music with us. Have you read any good books lately? I remember the last one you told us about turned out to be a great read. I think that was the Da Vinci Code. So if you've got any other good books for us to read, let us know. It was really fun working with you for the 5 years, and you really were a great boss. Appreciate you getting in there in the trenches with us and working right along with us. Good luck on your move, and stay in touch, and hope everything turns out well with your health. Hey, take care, Harvey. See ya.
Hey, Harvey, it's Greg. Just wanted to let you know that we miss you around the office. My wife loves you because I save about $230 a month off of lunches. But that's one of the things I'll miss the most, is going to lunch with you, hearing you expound wisdom, and also sharing with me your stories and your wisdom. I was always amazed at the multidimensional aspects of your life. You're into so many things, and we're able to speak to so many things, and I miss those conversations with you. On a personal level. On a professional level here at Heritage, I've had a wonderful few years here at this company, and I'm really grateful to you and the others who founded this company and gave me this opportunity, so thank you for that.